Welcome back to Chats with Jack. I am Jack Talcott. And greetings, blessings, salutations, and love. Once again, welcome back to Chats with Jack. I am Jack Talcott. Here, starting a little bit early. I look at my clock and golly geez, 2:22 here on the Pacific West Coast, right? 2:22 in the afternoon, in the evening here on a Monday. And I'm feeling good. I'm feeling super inspired. And, here, I'm going to go ahead and drop the link. Today, there's a purpose for my earlier start. And it is tied to what I did last week. I talked about this last week and never really followed up, mentioned it. Last Monday was apparently President's Day. And so there was no city council for me to run to last week. So, this week, I intend to go pay a visit, see who I can meet. And I hope to get more involved with with people. I hope to get more involved with people, period. And so my hopes of getting more involved with people and having more people into my life, well, that includes here and right now. So I have dropped a link and pinned it to the top of the chat for those who may wish to join. Sincerely, blessings to all of you. There's a wonderful collection of people that I've met here uniquely in the YouTube, where I haven't actually met many of them, just names and patterns and the light being shared by the life that you are. It's appreciated by me, sincerely. So here, let's jump into the thumbnail. Kind of how I am living my life. Don't fear what is next. Just know that God's got you, right? Just know that there is a greater purpose and you're a part of something greater. You just got to trust. No reason to fear it. So live the life you can love and love the life you can live. It's really kind of that simple. Each day, again, the opportunity of life, it's returned to us. It's bestowed upon us to share with the world and all else that is happening. So each day, live the life you can love and love the life you can live. Every day is an opportunity to grow, to learn, to overcome. Some days it's a regathering. Some days you got to actually let yourself just let all the pieces crumble. In the privacy and safety of where you are. Or if you're blessed, you're really blessed, you have a friend that you can allow yourself to just be honest with. It's hard to find the right friend, though, here on earth. It really is. It's hard to know who really does have your back. And just because they had your back then doesn't mean they got it today or tomorrow. Sometimes it's tough to find a real friend here on earth. And this is what I found. You know what? Make God your best friend, because why not? All the evidence is there. I mean, dude, it's like so clear. Once you accept God as being, and then if you further accept, not only is there a God that can be known, but if you can spend time understanding how that God has maybe been with you throughout your life, allowing you to grow, to discover all the things you love, right? All the things we love, we were allowed to discover those. Our God, man, our God is really so good. It's what I've come to accept for myself. And as long as I can stay focused on the perfection of God, right? God being the greater universe, that which is, there's a perfection to all that I can know. It's up to me to figure out, what does it mean to me? It's up to you to figure out, what does it mean to you, right? What does life mean? What does love mean? What does the future mean to you? There's the topic of the stream today. Knowing a relationship with the future. If you're honest with yourself, what are the feelings that arise when you think of yourself in the future? Can you think of yourself in the future? Can you imagine yourself in ways that are different than what you are today or what you have been? Knowing a relationship with the future, what is the future? You break it down to its simplest, the future is unknown. What is your relationship with what you don't know? That might be your relationship with God. Because in my mind, the only thing that is real is God, and I am just a perception of being. I'm just the awareness of this life that's being lived named Jack. I mean, I'm fully responsible for everything Jack does and anything Jack encounters. Dude, there's no one but me and God. So, convincing myself to accept that, I took kind of a windy path, but these are conclusions that I'm pretty confident in. And I'd heard others talk about perspectives of this, but when you know that the only thing that is real is God, well, then that means that God is everything you know and everything you don't know. It's like everything and everything beyond that. So what I found comfort in myself, okay, and I'm sharing this, so if it works for me, maybe it'll work for you, maybe it won't. But if you find ways to be comfortable as you, with you, right? And if you can find ways to develop your own inner peace, your own relationship with the known and the knowing and the knower, that's what I consider God to be. See, what I found comfort in my own path is realizing I cannot, based on what I've learned and experienced, I don't believe it's logically even possible, nor would it be practical for me to try and learn everything, right? I don't have to know everything about everything. You don't either. We only have to know what relates to us directly and in our lives. This world of confusion, man, it's got so many people so convinced they know so much more than they could have possibly even. People think thoughts, then they believe those thoughts are real. And then they run around and tell people these thoughts are real. But we live at a time, brothers and sisters, this time of the world that we are experiencing here in history. If you can find the comfort within yourself, right, to be at peace with what you know, and if you can start learning to understand who you are as you relate to the greater picture. Learning who you are, it simply requires the purpose, the intention, maybe the idea. You got to have the idea first, maybe to do anything. So, but once you get the idea to go within, what are you doing? What does that mean? Well, it means you're going to turn your mind's focus and your attention. You're going to change those things away from the wife, the husband, the kids, the neighbors, the friends. You're going to turn the attention away from everything of the world and the media, and you're just going to go within yourself and recognize that it's okay to do that. When I first started doing meditation and stuff, I've got the monkey mind telling me, "Oh, Jack, you don't have time for this. You got to do this. You got to do that. You got to do this. What about this?" Give yourself permission. Take control of your life. The inner peace is more important than anything else in the world, because if you don't have peace within yourself, what are you sharing, right? What are you sharing into this world? There's enough darkness. We don't need more of that. We don't need more anger and more hate and more wars and more division. No, we don't need it. We can have it if we want it. But what I'm suggesting is that God's a devotion to know the love of our Creator, the intention within yourself to establish a relationship with God, not necessarily through religion, but use the religion, use the tools that God has created. The entire world, consider this, the entire world is created for you to live this experience as you. So the entire world is there for you to use, to learn from. And if you can get cooperation from the world, if you understand, where you're at, brothers and sisters, we're at a time, this time of history right now, where humanity is at. It's time for change, sincerely. I mean, it's time for humanity to grow up, don't you think? We've been enabling and ignoring and complaining. We, meaning those who are like me, if it doesn't apply to you, it doesn't apply. But maybe you know others who are like this. We ignore and enable and pay for and complain about the wars, about the corruption. I think it's time for that to end too. Let's start focusing on the solutions. The solutions that I know for sure are all of us. We can find ways and find reasons to start working together, right? Working together for common good. Even the people we don't like, if we can help their lives improve, right? If they've got more safety, more security, if they've got better access to resources than they had in the past, guess what that does? It makes a better world for all of us. We have so much potential, mankind does. I said this in the stream yesterday and I wrote it down. God's miracle is evidenced in the human potential. The human potential is God's miracle. It's what do you think you could accomplish from here? I mean, if you don't get hung up on what you have accomplished or maybe what others accomplished, or if you don't focus on what the limits are or the challenges, the obstacles, what do you think you could accomplish in this lifetime? right? If you really just knowing who you are, I'm assuming you're like me, and when you're committed to something, you're going to get it done. What could you accomplish if it really mattered? I mean, like if if in some way 2024 was like a real year for call to action, right? Because all of the signs are heading to a real painful, destructive rock bottom. So, say we decided we wanted to avoid more destruction and more oppression and more wars, and say that we wanted 2024 to become a year where it mattered, right? Where all of the projects, the environmental, the reform, the social, the cleanup, where all of those projects actually matter to us all. I still see in the news, and I don't watch a lot of the media, and admittedly, I am very detached from. I don't have my thumb on what's going on in the world as far as the social atmosphere and such. But I know that I know that this is our lifetime, brothers and sisters. This is our lifetime to live the life that maybe God might want. Admittedly, this is a choice I made for myself a while ago, but it made sense to me too. And please, if you can learn from my experience, find the value that I've gained, right? You can have a strength within yourself without the anxiety of losing the people you care about. You know, you can deal with the lack of answers. Here we're swinging right back into the topic again too, knowing a relationship with the future, your relationship with the unknown, because that's all the future is the unknown. Are there things to fear? Sure. Are there things to be angry about? Maybe. Are there things to celebrate? I'm leaning that way. Because admittedly today I started out in some frustration. I did. For those of you, I see familiar names here, and I haven't really been paying a lot of attention to the chat, but blessings sincerely to you all. And for those who know, I was still dealing with Mr. Snafu this morning offline. And I really have to turn to God. It's like, why am I dealing with this? There was another opportunity for me to find forgiveness and acceptance and then move beyond, find faith and hope that things will get better. And then today, certainly I did. I actually got a call from one of the assistants for the city council member I'm hoping to meet with. And so got my mind thinking of ideas again, ideas of success, what I hope to bring forth in through this world in this lifetime. So went from here's a point. We've got a guest and I will bring him up. But the point of this morning is I started out with, a little funk, a little darkness. And you know what I've learned? Shake it off, right? Like a dog gets out of the pool, you shake that shit off. And then if you can find peace and comfort in the moment and move forward in time, you never know what's going to come up. You never know what the future's going to bring. Welcome, my brother.
What's up? I came up just off that Snafu thing because I was just talking to Rose earlier and she's like, Snafu's blown up my phone. And I just have to wonder, how does Snafu get everybody's phone number? I'm not slandering you guys. I'm just like, how do people just give Snafu their number? And I'm
I
gonna
don't.
teach you guys the app. You can get an app to have a fake phone number to give people. It'll still work, but then it's just a bullshit app number.
Yeah, yeah. I've been giving my number out a lot, so for me,
Why
it's
do
not a surprise.
boomers all like talking on the phone? I'm like, man, can you text me or email me or something? I don't even phone if I don't have to.
Yeah, that's part of the problem. People today, they want to limit everything to text and real quick communication, and they don't actually take the time to stop and understand. And things get
I
lost
think
in
yeah,
text.
it does depend on the context. There's things that you do have to make a call about, but there's some stuff where it's like, yeah, just text me because I don't even have to know it now. Just throw me the address when you got a minute, or whatever is going on. But then there is stuff. It's like like that dude Carl that used to make the videos. I was always
Yeah,
telling him, dude, you need to give me a place where we can verbally back and forth because you can't get to him through text. What I was trying to say.
yeah.
Because there's a thing like some things can be texted and even distant, but there's some conversations where it's like, dude, you can't have a night of sleeping in between each point and understand what I'm trying to tell you. It's like we have to have that active back and forth in the moment.
This is an interesting paradigm of this age. The communication we've got, the electronics are amazing. They're amazing opportunities, but at the same time, they've
The,
helped they've
the
helped make us
age of
ignorant.
information is the age of this deception because it
Yeah,
goes hand in hand. There is
yeah,
true information, but there's so much information. That's how you have the deception.
that makes perfect sense, Tommy. And that's what I heard too, is that after the covenant of the flood, that the flood would not be water. I think we are dealing with the flood of lies, flood of information, and the
Oh, and the
flood of
next one
truth.
will be fire.
Fire, man.
You know? And that's the thing when people are like, oh, global. I mean, this is what I'll point out. It is February in Denver and it's hot. It's hot right now. Like I
I
took my dog walk. I was like, it's hot outside, dude. It's not March yet. Usually we're still like heavy snow in February. Um,
I was
but yeah,
noticing from
go
here
ahead.
too.
We'll address the Turek.
What's that?
Just checking for that comment you shared. Yeah,
Yeah.
Tarek, you stopped by my panel. I saw you asking, like, what do we do about him? I was like, well, I can tell you things. Um, like, just if I could drop some videos and content, all you'd have to do is go make sure, like, bring attention to it. Like the buying subs thing, he's still glossing over the fact he doubled his subs in 1 month. Uh, he's glossed over a lot of contradictions. And
Holy cows, man. This is the life we're living though, Tom. Oh, here,
eh,
let me get
it can
back to
happen.
a point regarding communication, text and verbal.
Hmm.
I'm trying to say this without being offensive, but well, I'll say it the best I can. What I think
Are you gonna say the N word?
what many modern day Christians have been doing is they're so focused on the written text of God, right? They're missing out. Many are missing out on the personal, intimate relationship through verbal communication.
Well, that's with people. God's word is what Christians should actually be in more. I don't read it as much as I should.
Yeah.
Uh, but
Well,
yeah,
I want to
you
read
don't lose it through that text. That's like the way God gave us the word. But yeah, as far as interacting with your fellow brother in Christ, yes.
well, it started applying to me too. People stopped having conversations, and then I was limited to written exchanges.
Do you still go to a church or something?
Go to several.
Like, then why don't you feel like you're getting that fulfillment of the church time?
No, we've got an echo in the back there, Tom. If you're able,
Uh,
um, No, I'm not feeling that
Turn it up.
fellowship and connection that I've been hoping for. There's friendly people there, and I receive inspirations from the words that the ministers share, but and I enjoy the environment. It's fun. It's people praising and celebrating, and it's
Are you like getting involved, or are you just showing up and leaving, or what?
I've been trying. I've been trying to get involved sincerely, but for whatever reason, people have not seen me. They don't see any value in me. And they just say, go look online or go do this, and it's like, okay, whatever, dude.
When they say go look online, what is that in reply to?
It, there's been various, but most recently within the church, I spoke. I've spoken to several of the local pastors. I tried to let them know I feel, I've got a testimony and a faith that can be maybe helpful. I'd love to share it, see if they can find ways to support the church and the community. Dude,
You're not dropping that same path as Christ on them,
no, not really.
though.
Although there was some of the Christians I said things wrongly, and so they have excommunicated me from their lives because they
At the
chose.
same church, like you see them there?
Well, this one
Or is it,
church I'm thinking of right now, I don't go there as frequently.
well, and maybe that you are given the grifter vibe because usually, I mean, typically in Christianity, you find the church that you like and you just go all in on that one.
That's true.
So
I
that
just
you might be even mentioning that like you're making your rounds and seem like a panel hopper in the church circuit.
Thank you, Tom. I didn't even think about that, but you're right. That could be perceived with suspicion or the wrong idea.
Yeah, it's like all the
They-
girls you're fucking are sick of hearing of each other. You're not supposed to tell them about each other, Jack.
Here. Hey, yes, you get in a Bible study with people, and they're usually in their homes all over the place. I used to, I was going to several Bible studies in person and online. And for whatever reason, nobody seemed to have any interest in connecting with me. So I kind of, I stopped really. It's been a while since I've tried, but I mean, recently, that's not true. Last week, I reached out to a local group, Youth for Christ. I'm going to try and become a volunteer there and see what I can do. But the question you were asking is my experience with the church. And unfortunately, it's not been what I hoped. Not yet, but I'm not done.
Yeah, I think you should keep working on your authentic intentions because I think you probably are giving off a vibe or they're reading something about you that's keeping people from wanting whatever you're saying, like get involved.
I trigger egos. That's
No,
exactly
come on, Jack. You don't
Tommy.
trigger egos.
Tommy, I do. All of these people who are intimidated or they want to
No
jump to
one's
these conclusions.
intimidated by you. And I'm not saying that like people try and say it to me, like, you're not scary, Tom. I'm like, I don't want to be scary. But I don't know what you're saying about like you trigger egos, you're intimidating. Like how? You're a well-spoken, typical, like you look like a science teacher or something.
And I'm often misunderstood. And when I'm misunderstood, then I'm mischaracterized. And when I'm mischaracterized, well, then the confusion grows. So
Do
I
you
have
think
wit.
when you say you're misunderstood, uh it's because of like Like you're always saying the same thing, so I don't know why you're misunderstood.
People don't stick around to notice the consistency. And here, kind of where my mind is at in this question is there's a church I found here in Spokane, the Rock Church, and they do some wonderful ministries. The people involved with this, and that's really what any church or organization, anything, any business, it's all going to come down to the people involved with it. But in this particular one, I thought I had like a friendship type thing with the pastor. And so, yeah, I did talk about, offering classes or, if anything, an opportunity to share my testimony with people around town because nobody sees me in town, it seems. It's crazy.
Have you tried setting yourself on fire like that guy, like that
Oh,
soldier dude?
dude,
Like, does everybody not know about Israel Palestine? Like, who thinks they have to set themselves ablaze to inform us about Israel and Palestine? I have an ancient sand scroll Bible that says Israel and Palestine. We're still going at it.
I think even that can end. See, and this is where, Jack's idea, my big mouth, I say stuff like this and everyone's got opinions about everything. And then we forget about the real Jack, right? We get caught up in these ideas and we lose track. This is what's happened with the churches.
Well, Jack,
In
you
the
can't say the churches are all off because they're not hearing you out. Like
No,
I keep telling you, if you're going to say your church, you know that yes, the Palestine, Israel, everything will end because the whole world will turn on Israel. And then that's when that stuff will end. And I don't know why Rocky and all these people always say fake Jews. Like, why fake Jews? Because they're fucking up. That's what makes them Jews, is they're fucking up. The Bible says they'll keep fucking up until this whole fruition thing. It's confusing to your non-biblicalness. Okay.
you kind
So
of missed the topic because when I was referring to the churches in the context of what I was saying, it was related to the direct people involved in my experience. I wasn't talking about
how many
churches
churches
I
do you
imagined.
have to go to? Like, how
What's
many
that?
churches are around your town?
Oh, dude, there's a whole bunch.
How big is Spokane?
I was just wondering, 300,000, I think.
Okay. Uh, I know there's a girl on my Snapchat that's in Spokane. I was just randomly, I was like, "Do you know Jack Talcott? Is Jack Talcott a big deal?" But she has like she got a tattoo on her head, Jack. I doubt she knows you. But I didn't know how big Spokane was. So I was like, maybe she does. But
According according to
let
Google, it's
brother, can I just say one? Can I ask one thing that's off this subject? Did you see my stream yesterday? And can I ask you what you think of the fact that between me and the Crow 77 channel, we have linked an Egyptian bloodline all the way up to the guy that founded Ripple that makes XRP, and they've all been bankers. It's a bloodline of bankers.
that's fascinating, and thank you for discovering it. That doesn't
Took me
surprise
too long to
me.
say it. I was too high. I shouldn't have gotten high. I beat around the bush. Took me forever to get to the point.
No, it's pretty amazing. So
Yeah, and I
you
just
and
wonder
you
if
and
this
Pro
whole
Triple
truther
Seven.
community isn't, huh?
What's that?
If this whole truther community of rights and freedoms and getting on top of the man, if that's not blowing you away, I think it's pointless for us to make any more efforts. I'm like, there's a name. I always said like big top 1%, you're not going to know their name. Well, there's a name, and it had the two families that they took over from back in like the 16 something. Um, it's fucking incredible that I already owned the digital coin that Egyptian bloodline guy is the founder of. It blows my mind.
Hmm.
You should get some of that coin, Jack, not financial advice.
Yeah, I'm not. Let's not get into the coin and stuff.
No, no.
It's,
I still don't know what the fuck your titles ever mean.
well,
It's like
here,
you're
here.
assembling
Let me
Jenga words.
actually let me swing this back because I don't want to. I don't want to predict or mispredict, and I don't want to misrepresent. But I am pursuing the opportunity to speak with people in the city government. The idea behind this is I would like to help them find a clear vision for the future. Something like, maybe that may initially sound unachievable, but well, I'm a guy who thinks big.
So
And
what's the difference between talking to them and just running for that position yourself? Then you get to talk to the voters.
well, there's a big difference between being an advisor and the one doing, or a consultant and the one doing. There's a huge difference. I don't have the interest or desire to go be a part in the system. I used to believe that was a way, and at one point, well, at one point I was prepared to. The idea of running for president was seriously considered some time ago.
You got to be rich first.
That's one of the things.
But
Yep.
it's not about having the money. It's the way you've done that would make you in that. It's like this is why people are doubtful when you just going and talking to anybody. There's like you got to be something. Like if you were famous, Jack, or if you were some big CEO, would you just entertain everyone that wants to talk to you? Like, look at this internet. Look at these panels.
Well,
Would you
here,
just
Tom,
entertain everyone to pass the
Tom,
panel?
no, right. It's a good question, and that is part of the downfall is most people are so oblivious to what they do. Most people don't respect the time of others. I do, and I believe that if
No,
given the
you
opportunity,
kept me literally. If I linked it all together, I've been weeks in your backstage over the past year or
right,
so. You've
because
left
I
my
care,
time.
Tom, I care about my time more than yours,
See,
and
that's how you. And Talcott clip's gonna clip that right there, or I'm gonna use it myself. Now you're a time villain in my fiction thing. I care about
I
my time
know.
more than,
Please
and then you
stop,
zap them and they freeze.
dude. Stop finding ways to villainize me. It's
You
easy
are
to
being a
do.
villain, dude. This is
I'm
what you
not.
do. You do Smiley Kid Show Jack, and then all at once you're like, it's like that. Bow down and suck my dick. Or you're like communist manifesto stuff you were saying.
No,
You do.
I'm
You just split,
overcoming.
Jack.
Tom,
Do you think,
I'm overcoming.
Tom? See, you're starting to fidget around in your chair. You just start cracking your neck, Jack.
Mm.
You're not
Oh,
that guy, pal. You're not that guy. You should go to war, Jack. I bet you're
oh,
great in war. I bet you are a warrior. I bet you get bloodlust, Jack. See, you're getting ready to octagon right now, baby. You're getting ready to octagon on some fools. Don't be scared, homie. Hold on, I'll switch it. I'll switch it to the DS.
oh my goodness.
Don't be scared.
How did we
There we go.
get
Don't be
to
scared,
here?
homie.
How did we get to here?
Is Joe Cool still in the chat or other MMA
Joe
people?
is in the chat, and I
Okay,
don't.
so listen. This they interviewed the picture of my guy. They interviewed this guy that fought him because this dude in my picture is like mouthy. And something happened in the fight, and they asked him, and after this dude did like a jump spin kick at him, and he said something. They're like, "What did he say to you?" He goes, "Oh, we throwing spinny shit now." It's like MMA. Oh, we throwing spinny shit now. Is that what we're doing?
I guess so.
But this dude, he'd do that pose like and let him hit him and shit. He'd let you rock his face and just keep coming like, what, what?
Hmm.
That's probably your thing, Drac. What do? You like
I
twist your nipples at your enemy or something?
no,
Do you
no,
like wipe your beard symmetrically and get all ready?
no.
Check
what
the
I
notes. What's the notes say to do about Tom when he's the only one that comes up?
no, I was trying to remember what else I was going to talk about. Here, these, the distinction, right? God, love, light, truth, unity, goodness. I know that's a lot, but it's all the good stuff. The wisdom and the love, those are the most
Everything is
important.
good.
Yes.
Everything is good unless perverted by the dark. Like the AI is still a God technology gift. Like it's some kind of thing that is of God, but it'll be evil when it's corrupted, like a penis, like a
If,
wielding a gun, like
here, back
anything
to
good
this.
can be bad.
Back to this, the other side of that, the
Hey,
opposer, whether
yeah,
you want to
yeah,
give it, huh?
I'm listening.
Okay. For we've got all these other names for the opposer as well, right? Satan, the devil,
Black
etc.
people. What?
No, it brings
Huh?
fear, it brings darkness, deception, division. It's evil.
Right, but that's okay. So that's what you did last month and yesterday and the days. So where next?
Oh,
Like I'm the city council guy. Now what? Like yes, good and bad. Now what about migrants and homeless and that building's on fire over there? Haven't don't have funding for fire departments anymore. Um, there's a mob of 7-year-old kids robbing convenience stores. What do, Mr. Advisor?
well, that's the good question. The key is we got to wake people up and find
Okay, how to wait?
people join together.
Okay, we're together now. We're and go. Okay, Jack, the plane crashed. We've separated the bodies from the healthy. We've organized all the food that's salvageable. It's getting dark. What's next?
Start the education.
I
I
think my
don't
knee
know,
is
dude.
backwards.
What are you
Start the
doing?
education. You're stranded on an island and you're going to start educating? How about signal fires? How about
All right.
shelter, Jack? Something
Okay.
edible.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay, now this guy got caught fucking another guy's wife one night back behind the jungle canopy, and they're at each other's throats. He's got a sharp rock. Jack, do something.
It's time for counseling and
Oh my God, his artery is squirting.
um,
No,
where have
Jack,
you
you
taken
know I'm
us?
fucking with you, but I'm telling you, I'm not trying to piss you off. I'm saying, dude, you've looped. You need that next what? You need to start running down what you got to realize what issues are and what you want to do for each one, or you're
Tom,
just going to keep saying the
um,
thing.
the hypothetical ones, yeah, I'm not ready for those,
No,
but
not hypothetical. I
the
mean,
real
real
life,
life. Yeah.
yes, Tom,
So are
and
you just going
real
to go to
Tom,
a congressman and just do this daily show you do?
no.
So what are you going to tell them? We're not going to steal it. We have no ambition to
Well,
do it.
well, this is what I've been trying to say. Every conversation will be different based upon who
Oh,
the audience is, where the
but they're not,
conversation
Jack.
is being taken.
Because you always say, I'm going to change it back to this. You always ask if you can change the subject and you do your thing. This is your thing. We need to come together. And
Yeah,
then Kamala Harris statement, power can be found through strength and flexing and working and pushing. We are in a time that events are transpiring forward into time and they happen. And you're probably stirred by that shit, aren't you? I'm doing you, Jack.
I
Okay,
don't
throw me
know.
something fresh that I'm not gonna finish with you at the same time. From yeah, throw it at me.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm
Like
sorry.
just give
Like,
me Jackism and see if I don't finish the sentence with
choose
you. Or
choose love. Choose love. It's
well,
here
that's
and now.
it's 2 words. um, but I don't think choose love is yours. But I
Okay.
mean, okay, but you're saying people need to come together. They
Yes.
need to be gooder and
Yes.
do gooder together as better people. Oh,
Yeah.
sounds good.
You've got
How
it.
do we get this make line running? Like, it's Jack, life still happens
Yep.
and people will have some need of drama. That's why we laugh that there's no peace here. Because as soon as all the channels are just shooting the shit, how's the day? What Benton would call chit chat. It gets real boring, and Paul gets antsy, and he's got to say something about your success and how it's not his success. And
Mm-hmm.
and I'll oblige that fat boy because I get bored too. But
Mm-hmm.
um, but no matter what your solution is, yeah, I'm trying to have the single wife over here. Fat boy wants polygamy, and even though that's up to him, I don't know why he thinks it's going to save the world. It's like that's his wizard stamps, and you don't even have a wizard stamp. What is your thing that's like this is it?
Oh, ending secrets. Stop lying. People
But
stop lying.
okay,
When,
this is why I wanted to bust on a hard hat. I saw hard hat chat. Oh, once you're a liar, you're always a liar. I was like, show me someone that hasn't lied. Everyone lies, even if it isn't like an evil intent. Sometimes you just lie because you don't feel like telling somebody the whole fucking story. You just
dude,
say, I
Tom,
didn't go.
Tom,
No, I
I
didn't go.
stopped, I stopped lying, and it feels
Why?
so much
I've caught
better.
you lying about me.
Not true.
You're oblivious.
How
And
so?
then you called me a liar when I wasn't lying.
Right.
Jack, I say I'm out here not lying, but I know I still lie. I mean, all this shit, whenever people are like, that's a lie, I'm like, no, I don't lie. But I
Oh, well,
still like,
Tom,
hey,
hey,
do you want to go to the
actually,
thing? No, I don't want to go. I don't feel like
here,
it.
Tom, you misrepresented the relationship with me and my son. You have no firsthand knowledge.
I've never represented it. I've only asked you off of
Right.
what you've
Well,
said.
you've been leading in your questions with
No,
accusations.
I've asked
Made
question. I've
the
said, what
assumption.
happened? That's not a leading question. I said, what
Um,
happened?
mhm. Anyway,
Do
in the
you want to
past,
start? Hey, I'll do receipts, Jack. Do you want to
well,
start
here,
calling each other out?
Tom, I'd rather stop arguing. See, and if we
Stage
focus
action. Tom pushes Jack hard against his chest. You want to do it? You want to dance, Jack? You want to dance? You know I love this panel shit.
I know
I
you
just don't
do.
like getting mod godded. That's my term.
I
And
know.
see, you mod god when I'm like correcting you on Bible or asking you what happened with you and your son. That's mod god.
It's
I
not
mod
wrong.
god because you keep going, Tom. Well, I
Let's
don't
just,
really mod god you because you just leave yourself.
can you
'Cause you're the
forgive
truth.
the past? Can you,
I only forgave yesterday because you let me get that plug in. Jack,
all right.
it's not about forgiving the past. It's like you're just like this to an extent. And it's the same with the like, dude, you don't want to get in front of these big
Um,
heads. Jack, how many times do you think we're retarded that when we say, Jack, this isn't what you want to go say to the UN, and you think, oh, these petty peasants, they don't understand
no,
this
Tom, I
wisdom.
didn't say
Yes,
that.
Jack, because you
I
have gone,
didn't
why
say
aren't
that.
people looking to me for answers? You've
No.
done that.
Well, maybe if the topic in the context is about me, people talking about me
Oh
using
my God, do
foolish
you hear
about me
yourself?
that didn't talk to me. I do hear myself, Tom.
No, not if you're saying people coming to you for answers about you,
Yeah,
that's backwards too, because that's the
no,
answers you wouldn't give, but you claim to have answers for everything.
untrue, Tom. I'm an open book. Okay. Now
Jack,
there
how can I
is
get something out of
here.
my dog's nose without a veterinarian if you know somebody?
Oh, dude.
I can't even see up his nose that far.
What the hell are you doing with that dog, man?
Trying
Let
to
him
see why
go.
his nose is obstructed. I've been shooting saline up his nose. It makes him feel bad. I mean, he can breathe and everything, but something's definitely lodged in his fucking nostril. Unless it's cancer tumor.
That doesn't sound good. But try Google, YouTube. You never know, man. I don't know.
Oh, I've done that, but you're the one with all the answers.
No. I
See,
that's
we flipped that
no.
quick. You flipped it on me.
Holy jeez.
Flip it for
Flip it.
real.
You flip it good. Flip it for real.
Boom, 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 boom. Jack that whip.
Um oh, hey, I want to bring this back around, right? Because you were asking about my relationship with the churches, and then it got off into the other relationships. There's been a lot of confusion in my life, and admittedly, in my confusion, my
You're scripting.
desperation.
You've said this before, dude. You're running the game on me. You know we hang out, dude. Why are you running your sales pitch on me?
I don't know. What do you think I'm selling?
Well, I don't think anything. I think you're selling hula loops.
Okay. Maybe it's because I felt there's disagreements. I mean,
What does that
because,
mean?
well, regarding the characterization of me and the other people from my past, there has been mischaracterizations of me. There's been a lot of confusion about me. And I'm honestly, I am hoping I'm an open book. I'm not hiding anything. Maybe I
As long as
poor
that book, every page says I'm an open book. We need to come together, brothers and sisters. That book, you are. Yes, that's open. But
right.
no, Jack, you're an open book as you allude to all these.
Okay, so tell you what,
You've been
Tom,
to so many
Tom,
headline
Tom,
situations, Jack.
Tom. I know
And
it's
you allude to them, and I like that for working the truther cop and getting him the truther cop boner. But it is weird, Jack, that you have been so close to so many situations, and the fact that you would just hang out with us all day on the internet. Because even when these kids say agents, agents, I'm like, why? To do what? I'm
right.
wasting my life looking at this fucking thing, talking to you people. What are the agents doing?
Exactly. I don't know. I'm not an agent, but
And
my
here's
life
another thing
is,
I'll give you, Jack. Here's another thing I'll give you. Now that I'm like, I don't know, twice as sick of this community, you're not the only trying to solve all problems guy.
I know.
Even Paul came in like that. I don't know what it is with you fuckers and just fixing everything. I think
I
everybody's got
saw
this
that from
mindset,
you.
huh?
I'm sorry to interrupt, but I saw that from you. That's
No,
why I liked you at first.
no. I want to tell an individual things. I don't want to like do solution to all because, like I said, I think all this
Okay,
is gonna
right,
burn.
right. Yeah, I saw
Like
you
like
deal
I'm
with
not trying to get to
individual.
the highest official and affect. I'm like everybody should just on a small scale do it right, and whether I stand together or like you or not, it just goes right. Just doing my business all right.
All right. Um, where did we go?
Jack,
Oh,
you have you ever emailed me?
I don't think I have actually.
Make
Have
sure
I?
you email me if you go feral or outdoor Jack.
All right.
If you become an outdoor Jack, at least keep my email because my phone number can change. Um, I don't know. I don't know. You don't talk about uh, what's going on the next whatever. So it is kind of like in the back of the mind to sit here doing the daily, just we're going through that same old thing. Because I
Mhm.
was telling my channel last night, I was like, look, in a month, everybody keeps saying, oh, I think Jack will still be here. I said, well, the point is, whether he disappears or remains, it's just different. Like, and I feel us approaching that time. So, I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm all canary in the coal mine to it. Maybe I'm an empath.
You know what? I appreciate and I see the care behind many people who are questioning, who are asking me about the situation and stuff. There's others who are not caring when they're
Oh, I know.
asking. They seem to be finding a fucking joy and a glee out of someone facing uncertainty. It's
Oh,
fine.
just watch them tomorrow, and they'll have a reason they really love you. And that he loops, dude. He does it to me
I know.
too. He's a
I
psycho.
know.
And I
I
mean,
know.
all of us do it in the sense that we quarrel, chill. But I've always just I have that thing with him. It's just consistent because we're just that type. I've been in it before with other Pauls. Um, but it's weird because this is like a digital media that it's kind of like a virus. Because then it is the thing I hate is me and Paul could just feud, but you can see how it affects all your other individual panel versus people relationship. It's just
Hmm.
that goop that gets on it.
There
But no,
is,
I'm not asking today like I'm worried about you. I'm just saying still contact, or are we gonna hear from you? Like will the panelverse still know that Jack is breathing, or will we just suddenly see you on the news demanding our compliance one day?
These are valid questions. The future is unknown. That's the topic of the stream today. Knowing a relationship with the future, knowing a relationship with the unknown.
See,
What
what
is the
does that
future going to
mean? What
bring?
the fuck are you mean planning? You mean
Here,
goal?
here's what I do know.
A relationship with the future is cheating on the now, man.
Well,
Oh, you went future space boy on us. We thought you were in the now, man.
here,
Trying to shit
regarding,
you pool with
hey,
us.
come on. Regarding the future, I do have intention. I know there's a lot of care here. So, should things change, I will make sure and communicate.
But I mean, what about
By
your
the way,
following? You just okay, the Jack show's over, those people go mass bang bang or self-deletable. There's gonna be mass chaos whenever these people can't get your assistance every day. You just considered that, didn't you? You just realized a world without Jack Talcott and it hit you. You got in the now, man.
no, no, no.
No, you had a relationship with the future. You considered it. You had a relationship
What
with the future.
what could happen? I don't know. I never thought in the past. I never thought this would be my
Ooh,
future. I never
breaking
thought
up
I'd
with
be
the
here.
past. Is that tomorrow's show? Breaking up with the past.
It could be. We could
And
discuss
I'm
it.
not just giving you shit. Have you ever read Machine Lies titles and Days of Noah's titles? It's like that's just their thing of what you do.
Okay. Um, I don't know what the future's going to bring. Admittedly,
You say that. I know it all the time.
right. So recognize what is real. What is real is I'm showing faith. Okay. I don't have answers. I don't know. I'm not seeking self sabotage. I'm not trying to avoid anything that
Right. Okay,
wouldn't.
Jack, we have this in the church. I know what you're saying. There's in this society and the system and the way we live, there's still a thing where you still don't just like stand still. You don't just like, okay, I have faith and then just stand still and wait. Um,
No, I'm not standing still and waiting. Actually, Tommy, that's an interesting. I
okay,
have
yeah,
observed.
I used it as a no action thing. I see what I did there. I wasn't any, yeah, it's like the
A
time
lot of
for actions and doing those
it's now.
actions of verb is now.
Yes, it's
In
now.
the thinking and the
But
doing.
yep, but
Learn to start doing.
life does bring a lot of waiting, you know.
Lesson number one, getting started.
Mm-hmm.
Think that thought. Hold that thought complete. Think
Okay.
that thought. Hold that thought complete.
Yep. Check. Next.
That's all I got. I don't know what
All
the
right.
thought was. You
Okay.
correlate next thought. When A, then B. When A, B, then C. Program
Sometimes,
logic. And yeah.
sometimes, but I think what's best, what I found best for me is focus on the absence of confusion. Focus on the absence of, well, the absence of not knowing. Focusing more on what
What do you
I do
mean
know
focus?
and
Like
what I
being
want.
aware of.
Yes,
What do you
in the
mean
mind.
focus on confusions?
Sometimes
Or
what happens, I know it happened with me in the past. I know it happens with others. When we find confusion, we'll cling to it. That's the answer. I'm confused. This is confusing, and that's the only way I can see it. And then we see confusion, and then we spread confusion. And then in our
I see that's
confusion,
where
we
you
make
lose me though. Hold on.
assumptions.
Oop,
What's that?
hold on. I touched the button. That's where you lose me though. It's like all you guys doing your thing kind of just start and then you get going. It's like, whoa, 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 you're ceasing a relevance, a thing. You're just you because you started on focus of on confusion and already there it's like, okay, where are you going? Like I don't there's no tangibleness to you're just stringing it along. You need
Sorry.
to find out a new way to you might have a right thing. You need to new word it. You need to think of another way to convey this concept.
Tom, I don't disagree. Here,
And if you just mean if everybody's chill and cool as far as coming together, it's like just depends. Depends on the day. That's the equation with everybody.
here, what I wanted to bring it back so we're not focused on the confusion. Because you're right. I could explain things in better
I'm
ways.
the one focused on confusion right now because I'm confused, right?
Yep.
Holy shit. But you're
Yep.
the one that's confusing me, Jack.
And it's not intentionally. And so
Yeah,
if
I
you
think
can
it is. I think this
recognize,
is a parlor trick.
huh?
I think this is a parlor trick because I wasn't confused and still until you took me down that rabbit hole on the confusion thing. You're the
Yep.
Antichrist, I think.
No, I'm not. I'm really not.
Nah, no, no, you're not. You're not.
I'm one of the most lovable people you can
No,
know.
you're not, Jack.
I really
Don't you
am.
get it? And I'm not being Paul right now, Jack. No, you just said nobody wants to hang out and chill. And that also is a thing with age. I don't know why you want to hang
All
out with
right,
people. I don't want to
Tommy.
hang out with people.
Tommy, let me correct myself. In my opinion, I think I'm a very lovable guy.
But you said you intimidate people.
That's not my intention. They choose to feel
How is it
intimidated.
lovable? How is it lovable?
They
You think you're
choose,
lovable?
Tommy,
That's
they
what
choose.
everybody thinks. Why doesn't every girl want to suck my dick
Oh,
when they're narcs like you and Fat Boy? You're so lovable. Oh, bitches love me. You guys are like different
well,
shades of the same. Uh,
we're all
I
different
digress. I digress.
shades. We're all different shades of the same thing.
No, I'm Caucasian. I'm the right one. I'm the right shade.
Hey, we got another guest here. So welcome, brother.
Oh,
Welcome,
I
Joe.
thought it
How
was
you
Mitch.
doing?
Good. You better
I
not come up here, Mitch.
I
What's up,
don't know
Joe?
why I come up here.
Me neither.
Tom
I
is
don't know why I came up here.
absolutely killing it. No, fuck that. You are saying everything. You're doing so fucking well. I can only fuck shit up. I'm gonna mute and silence my face, but just in case I want to add in.
Thanks for
Shit.
joining,
I'd have
Joe.
been booted. Tommy, you got skills, bro. You're doing
I don't
fucking
know how I
well.
feel about that because I don't know. I can't remember how much of this I've been serious and how much I'm just like
But you're
fighting the logic
direct.
of.
Every time you try to go somewhere, you like, I'm not buying that shit, bro. You're
Oh, I can.
dancing.
Yeah, I
Get
can do
back
this to
over
Polly
here.
Boy too. Yeah, that's why I'm
Yeah.
the most backstage at Paul. I can do this to Paul too. It's great. I didn't realize I was really hitting Jack like that. I was really trying to get somewhere. Like Jack, new thing. I'm gonna dig it out of you. I'm gonna find the next Jack thing. Divorcing the past sounds like an old Jack thing though. But man, focusing on the confusion was your conversation. That's when the guy's gonna reach for the phone and have you escorted. Like, okay, I'm done with Mr. Talcott, Sylvia. Jack, catch him at one of those local things, like the town hall or something. See if you can 8 mile the town hall into being invited to higher office thing.
Well, that's why I started my stream early today. I don't know if you noticed.
You're doing that tonight?
Yeah, I'm going. Yeah, going to city council tonight.
Can you videotape this?
I probably can, but I have no intentions to do so.
Live stream it? Even
Wait.
Mitchell live streamed his city council thing.
Yeah, it's a city council meeting. Please,
Yeah,
Jack, if I can get you to rethink this. One, it's your freedom. It's the shit that we got to do to get the government to be transparent and all of
It's
that
content for
transparency shit
you.
you're talking about. That's where it starts. I just want to see it. I don't doubt I'd post anything. But I think go to fucking film, Jack, find out what's on the agenda, blah blah blah, which I'm assuming you're gonna do anyway.
Well, and here's the thing, Jack. I've seen city council. I mean, there's city council from all over shit on YouTube. If you're gonna push a thing that people want changed, they're probably gonna throw you out. But I mean, you'll just have that experience.
Wait, don't get thrown
Like there's
out.
people in there
This
like,
is
why
fair
is there
shit.
pornography
Don't
in my
get
kid's
thrown out.
library? And they're like, just make him leave. Just make him leave. We're putting pornography in the kid's library. Unless they're Muslims, then Muslims don't leave.
hmm.
I did give them props. I mean, we have Muslims in mosques here, and with just synagogues, the small hats, curly sideburns. We got all
Well,
of it.
going to the council, I actually have not reviewed the agenda, so I'm not going there with the intention.
Very unslaved, Jack. You didn't even review the agenda. I rest my case, Jack. Like, could you imagine how high you want to get and just not be prepared?
You may
You
want to speak.
interrupted before I could finish my point.
I heard enough.
The
I
other
yield,
reason,
Senator. I yield.
well, this would be the other reason I would not be going to film. If I'm going to speak at the council, if I'm going to, do something prepared or even public,
run the
yes,
bit.
I may.
Yeah.
It's already recorded and it's already available. So
Jack, you need to be a guy
Where
like
is it
I'm doing
recorded
with
and where is it
you.
available? Because that's rare.
I know I'm.
Yeah, he
might
wants
be
to
on
sell the
YouTube.
book, like say the
Spokane City
thing.
Council.
I mean,
You need to be ready to have a back and forth where they're gonna throw stuff at you, because that's what I'm doing with.
Would you shut up? God, all
And
I've
you
been
can, and
trying
you've
to
thrown whatever
say-
you wanted at me, and Joe says I got it.
just learn. There'll be different rules. If you look at the agenda, they'll let you know if you feel motivated to speak. You may not be allowed to speak on that particular night.
I know.
You may.
Yeah.
You want to know how many minutes you're allowed to speak, just in case this shit hits you. That's some of the advantages of looking at the agenda. You'll be able to speak more wisely on the topics. If
I
you look
know,
at the agenda.
Joe. I've been there before. I don't need a lesson in this. Okay.
Are you all first?
What I
Are you
was
open for
trying to
advice?
say. Do I need to kick you both out to get out one fucking
You get
sentence?
no, nigga. Yeah, kick me, man. Fuck I do to
I
be
wouldn't
kicked.
kick the black guy out
What
first.
I have been trying to say is I'm going there simply to make introductions.
But you said you've been there before. What are you introducing if you've been there before?
Because these are new officials since the last time I've been involved.
They left sticky notes about you, like, yeah, there's this guy Jack.
So it's been a while.
Well,
You've been
yeah,
away
I
a
got
while.
fucking snafu emailing people in my
Oh
tent.
yes, dude, is that illegal in any way? That was fucked up.
I have no
That
clue.
dude is fucked up. Even if it's just petty and like the email is nothing, it's like, what is wrong with your brain that dude is busy being a mayor? He doesn't know who the fuck Jack Talcott is. He doesnn't care about what Snafu's saying. And Rose gave him her number. I was like, why? Of course he's blowing up your phone. Of course he's giving you footage of things that aren't things. And why aren't you people telling Snafu your videos? You're not showing us anything. You're just saying a thing. Come on. I mean, TBE hosted him. Oh, it's like the EBT and them hosted him for like hours. I was like, why are you talking to him? Oh, I get it. I get it. I see. Guess we're a bunch of snafu lovers around here.
No.
I'm trying to be careful with
my
word selection.
You've been trapdoored before too, eh?
I know that narrative was painted about me, and I was pretty disrespected last night on and off my stream because I dared to cooperate with Snafu for a moment.
On what?
Well, Flo started a whole stream about, something about Jack being stupid, and then I tune in to hear what a slimy piece of shit I am, what a liar I am. Yeah, welcome, Joe. Good to see you here, brother.
SB Tuesday for you, Jack. I don't got no fucking sympathy for you, nigga. Lying the beard you build, nigga. No sympathy because motherfuckers over there saying shit of just making observations and you feel beaten and torn.
They're doing. It's what all of us
their
text.
narrative. Fuck that shit. Listen to fucking what I'm saying sometimes.
Hey,
Joe.
Hey, Joe. Well, how do I get you to shut
Where you going with that gun in your hand?
Hey, Tom, not appropriate.
You guys said, hey, Joe.
Come on.
Going down to shoot my old lady.
He said,
I'm going to shoot my old lady.
All right. This is it. Thank you, guys. Thank you both for participating. I appreciate you both joining today. It appears that, Chuck, you got what you wanted. You sent Joe in to disrupt the stream. That was what you wanted. And it seems that Joe wants to do that, wants to continue the narrative that it's okay for people to continue to spend hours disrespecting me. And Joe, I disagree. I know I'm better than that. I know I'm worth more than that. And Tom, I do appreciate you. I didn't see you in the way that it seemed you were being seen. I didn't see you as just sitting there disrupting me and opposing me, being a challenger to Jack like Joe wants you to be. I didn't see that. Tommy, I saw you being genuine and honest, and I appreciate it. At some point, though, what I'd love is a chance for you to listen so that you can accept where I'm telling you, no, Tom, you're kind of confused on some of these situations, right? Some of the things that you've been saying about me, it really hasn't been that helpful. But you know what? This stream is not just about me. What it is, what I am doing here, brothers and sisters, I'm a messenger for what I know. I know there's many out there who appreciate me and the way that I share me. And there's others who, well, others who don't appreciate me yet. And I look forward though, because I know the value of what's within me is far greater than what it may appear outside. And that what applies to me, it applies to you as well, whoever you are. Everyone tuning in, we are all far more than what it's been so far. Hey, we got a couple more guests here. Welcome, Tarek. Blessings to you, brother.
What up, homie?
Hey, Jeff, how are you?
Welcome, Cynthia. Blessings to you.
Thank you, thank you. Hey, Tarek, how are you?
Hey, Cynthia, how are you? I thought we'd bring some better, relaxed energy.
Oh my God, that's why I'm here, Tarek.
Good job.
See?
Good job, Cynthia.
You guys think alike. Thank you both. I appreciate it. Because I didn't want. I mean, I'm actually. Hey, look at the time. Where I'm at, 3:33. The angels are showing, right? Get my attention to see that time.
Here's the thing, Jack, with Joe, I think sometimes in Tommy, even though Tommy was actually doing good, I think Joe, though, he always wants to give you his opinion. And every day we go through this, like Joe, Tommy, whoever comes on, we're done talking about Jack's house, giving him advice. Let's move on. He understands that. We went over that like many times with Jack, right? And Jack was polite and relaxed and calm, and you guys got him out of his, his comfort zone sometimes. Why we always have to go back to that, I don't know.
We're breaking through it. I know why it comes up a lot is people's care.
Hold on, we only need one badass looking picture. Let me switch to something else.
Hey, Tommy.
Shrek wants to be the hyped guy. I'll be the something else.
Oh, beautiful. See, that's nice, Tommy.
Jack, maybe we nailed it at the beginning. Trek, we're not like insulting Jack. I'm trying to get through to get a different. He's giving me the same answers, and I'm trying to find a different question to get a different, like, he's not supposed to go that direction. I'm trying to ask this, and I'm just feeling it out. And I don't want to sound like a Paul, but maybe like shock to like hear a little bit or joke to hear. Because Trek, speak for him. How is he not just on this same general multi-open-ended start? He's always on the start of it. I get it. Like, broad, let's get going. Now, what's after?
You're right. You're right.
But Jack, my idea. Oh, go ahead, Trek.
No, I give you credit. Like that's why I went to Joe. I think you came very calm, and your intentions are good.
Okay, when people give their take, like if they see me afterwards or whatever, I don't know what you guys are reading because I just look at Jack or Machine Lies or any panel. It's just like we're people that know each other. And I some days I am in the head state of like, yeah, we're doing a show because here's like the bit, here's the thing. But I don't know, like I'm never coming up here just to like go at Jack, but people will just sit in the chat and like this is what he's doing. This is how he's being. I'm like, where are you getting that? Or are you setting that on minds? Like,
I
but
agree.
Jack, before we get past it, when we were talking at the beginning about talking immediately versus back and forth, I think before you say I'm confused about you or wrong about you, how about you do a response video to Antichrist panel tard, Jack Talcott? Because when I made that, I was kind of in a head of like, yeah, Jack, hit the streets. Go be miserable, Jack, because I'm sick, I bet. So, and you never, and just like the ones I've made on Paul, where it's like, here's a real thing I see with you, there's never any response. We just gloss over.
Tell you what, I'll consider it and I'll look at it later.
It's like a day of content covered if you sit there and watch it for the first time and commentary on it. But if you pre-watch it, it'll be weird.
Possibly, but here's the thing. I'm not, believe it or not, unlike Paul and others, I'm really not here as much for content.
Okay, but that's what I'm saying. Antichrist panel tard is me going, Jack, this is how you're wrong. This is how you're going to hell. This is how you're a bad person. Do a response
Do
video
you
to
offer
it.
anything to any solution?
Yeah, solution to your problems.
Yeah.
Because
Right.
this, I'm starting to think, or I thought a number of times and have looped in my outlook, I think your whole save the world Jack Talcottianism is you're avoiding that horrible trauma that's the other side of your life.
All right. Well, I disagree. So let's move on.
Move on. Just move on. Move on.
There's
Yep,
you don't
back to
offer
saving the
call.
world. Back to saving the world.
Here's what I know. Here's what I know. For in these YouTube panels, I never realized how much there was in the world, and I hope maybe it's not just reflective here, but so many people are fucking gaslighting. No, you're wrong about what you're thinking. No, you're wrong about
No, that's
what
not
you're
gaslighting.
doing.
That's telling somebody they're
Yeah,
wrong.
most
That's not
certainly.
gaslighting.
No, Tommy.
Gaslighting is if I'd be like,
Tommy.
Jack, you're crazy.
All right. Goodbye, Tom. See this consistent argument of insistent that pretty much anything I say is wrong, right, Tommy? That's what you want to show. You want to show everything I say is wrong. You've got a sick pattern to you.
That's not what gaslighting is. If you're not saying what I can't punch somebody and go, oh, sex is great. Bam, bam. We're totally fucking. You're describing gaslighting wrong. Whenever you tell a person they're wrong, you're saying they're incorrect.
I'm sick of this. Are you going to allow
I'm
this?
sick of Jack, when I'm telling you you're wrong.
Why? I'm so
Let's all take a long breath and relax. And I think Tommy's doing okay, but sometimes he gets excited. That's all.
We could have resolve. We could have conversations. But what I'm saying, when I say the term gaslighting, what I mean is people like that. They want to dominate and argue and convince you that you are wrong, no matter what you say. I've been dealing with this shit for so long, from Margot to Paul to Tommy to Snafu to, it's like, what in the hell is God doing to me? But I'm not alone. I'm not alone though.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah.
Thank you guys. Joined for
no problem, Jack. We got you. And also just to let Paul Spaniel know that I'm watching Paul Spaniel what they're saying, because they're saying stuff also. So even though I don't care about that, but I see what they're saying.
I think you did good, Jack. In staying in control. I came up here not so much to touch on what Tommy was saying and doing, but more so to touch on some observations I had made about the live with you I made with you that we had on your panel yesterday. So you were talking about how people fear you. You know, you had mentioned you don't fear Bex, and because people sometimes in life, you know, they remember one event one way, they hold on to it at all times. And I kind of saw, you know, what you were talking about in that moment. And so I kind of want to just bring this to you as food for thought. Sometimes we can be in position 1 and we want to get all the way in position 100. We don't want to go through 2 to 98. Like, no, it should be this way. So one of the things that happened with us yesterday is that you created that space of peace. So the only thing I can suggest to you, or what I think might be good, is that for who these people are, and it's none of my business who they are, whether they be real life or metaverse life, you have to create a space of peace. And even in dealing with Tommy today, you're able to do it far better than let me pronounce my words better than you once were. It, unfortunately, this process is not a quick one. You can't jump on the toll road and get there quicker. You do have to take it step by step. That is probably ties into what Joe was talking about yesterday about being around the people that irritate you. So understand that, yes, Tommy is Tommy and he's unable to read a room, but is he the only person that's unable to do that? And this is giving you insight into the people you want to communicate, whether it be on your personal level, whether it be on a business level, whether it be on your I just want to make changes. Just learning to give people peace, which means you and yourself need to be in that peace, but also set boundaries. Don't allow people to overstep their boundaries. And that's okay that you set boundaries. You're not a weak person. You're not this, you're not that. You're in control of yourself.
Thank you.
Very good statement, Cynthia. I agree with what she said. I only disagree with one thing. I think Tommy can read the room. I just think sometimes, I think like, how he said Jack actually is getting better, which I agree. He's getting very better at this, more patient. And I think Tommy is also trying. Like lately, we've been seeing a little bit mellow Tommy and not as crazy all the time. So he's trying. Maybe he's working on himself as well. So I don't judge anybody, and I wish Tommy and everybody the best. Even Paul. I mean, even Paul with his crazy things and OTW and all the 20 fake darks every day and all the bashing. I all wish you all the well as well. And hi, Jeep girl. I see you. Yeah.
Hey,
I can agree. Tommy has shown improvement. I still wish he would just hang out with me more, but hey, Tommy.
Now, what are you? There's two things you've been saying. I need to ask what you mean. Like when you come up and tell Jack, both of you did this. Both you're like, Jack, you did pretty good. You did well. It sounds like you were watching a Spurg match or like a who gets stressed out competition. I'm trying to intellectually have a new idea to him. I'm trying to convey a thing through words, and you guys act like I can't read a room. I don't even know what that means because you're not doing it. No, I mean I know what it means, and for you to say it, I don't know what context. Do you think I'm not in control of myself? Do you think
I think you are in control of yourself, and you want to be control of anywhere else that you
I don't want to be in control of anything.
Just like you can't listen, you want to be in control of this conversation.
No, I can't listen to your voice.
You have no respect for the room.
Wait, did you say I have no receipts?
You have no respect.
I do, but you don't know what you're oblivious.
You can't even handle this conversation.
Okay, tell me what you mean by can't read a room.
Okay.
Because you're just on your own Jackism. You could copy paste. Hold on, I'm gonna let you go. You could copy paste what you just. Wait, Cynthia, I'm gonna let you finish. How are you the one that doesn't have respect the way you go around talking about me? And the way you act once I approach you, because I have receipts that since the day you came to this panel burst, you'll just sit in front of me and talk to someone past me because you are an HR bitch, and that's why I don't want to hang out with you. I don't go to Flow State because of both of you. You are the Sith Alliance. Oh, now she does the write it and hold it up.
She answered your question.
No, Jack,
Right?
she could have
It
copy
was
pasted that
Tommy.
to you. I
No,
can't
I
read
just
it. I'm
used an
on my
perfect
phone
example.
doing shit.
Tommy,
Again, you came in here and asked a question, and I gave
No,
you
you're
an
up here
answer,
talking shit.
and
Did you
instead
forget
somehow
that
you
part?
turned it into a whole different vibe
I know,
about
Tommy.
you.
Just try to just calm it down just a little bit. You're doing great, man. Just calm it down just a little bit.
Well, here, Tommy, I put you in the back. That was my choice, not anyone else. That was entirely me, and I accept the fault. But Tom, brother, the answer you received from Cynthia, so it seems like you don't read the room. She answered it. And then you continued showing your behavior like if you do read the room, you don't really care.
Listen,
And that's not good.
when she says read the room, she's as accurate of that context as you and gaslighting.
Hey,
You're just
Tom, see, this is where the challenge is, Tom. Your opinions and your disagreements are unhelpful because if you could just accept what is said and find the truth in it, guess what? We can move forward to the next conversation, but you don't want to do that. And frankly, I don't want to continue this anymore. So, Tommy, thank you, brother. We can talk again later.
And to be perfectly clear, Tommy has value. I'm not saying this like throw Tommy away. Tommy has good points. He has things to say that provoke thought. He's well at his editing, and there's other things I could say nice about him, but I'm not going to go too much into it because he doesn't like it. But it doesn't matter how good you are or what you know if you don't know how to present it correctly or in a way that it can be heard or understood. It's pointless.
Yes. But frankly, this has been my challenge too. I have not been able to communicate properly or effectively. And then the things I feel are important, they've been ignored. And I have a feeling maybe Tommy has some of that himself, but this stuff with me, Tom, I'm going to kick you, okay? Because I respect you and I have no intentions to bring you up and I don't want you to waste your time in the back. So I'm going to kick you for today, okay, Tom? Love you and I hope to talk later.
And yes, Jack. And Jack, I hate to go back and forth, but Paul just called us both clowns and he says some stupid shit. But Paul, you're the clown. So I'm not going to get on you today because I already have something on you that can expose you just today. And I have the clip to show what a low life you are. But I won't do it today because we're not going to go into that because it's Jack's panel.
Thank you. Yeah, Paul, you are
Praline Queen, she says, Tarek, Cynthia, one of y'all teach what gaslighting means. I really myself don't even really understand it. I just know when I hear bullshit. So I don't know if that's what gaslighting is. I just know when I hear bullshit. So Eric, do you know what does anybody kind of know what it is? Like, let's take us to the basics.
For me, maybe I am misusing the word, but it's bullshit, right?
Right.
What's this say? It says it's making someone seem or feel unstable, irrational, and not credible, making them feel like what they're seeing or experiencing isn't real, that they're making it up, that no one else will believe them. Gaslighting involves an imbalance of power between the abuser and the person they're gaslighting. Seems to make sense. What it is, it's black magic. It's putting the negative ideas and negative concepts so repeatedly and so forcefully in the face of someone else that they really start questioning. And then if people don't know what is real, they become confused. And then the confused, well, then they start running around hurting people. That's what our dear brother Paul is a very confused man who doesn't know what is real.
Yeah, not just confused, Jack. He's very disrespectful and he's arrogant and also been very ghetto lately. No, I'm serious.
Well, hey,
Jack,
Paul's ghetto.
ghetto.
I can accept
Okay.
that. I could
I
see
mean,
that.
ghetto. Like he claims he's the god of all media, right? Jack, let me ask you a question. Say you invite your friend over, right? And say you have a daughter, okay? And your daughter has a baby as well, a young baby. And you guys are eating, right? Would you ever, that person that came to your house, would you ever allow that person to sit in front of your daughter and the baby and talk about blowjob and I'm fucking this and I would fuck her and all that? That's what he said on OTW's channel today. And I won't bring up the name, respect to OTW, even though I don't respect them that much. But like, how do people respect Paul when he's talking about this stuff in front of a girl, a daughter of OTW, and a baby that's there, and talking about blowjobs and fucking some women? I don't get it. Wake up, you cultured idiots.
Well, here, Tarek, please. As a friend,
Yes.
I understand your intentions and even what you're saying, but keep yourself above. Don't allow
I know.
yourself to drop down into the insulting behavior.
You're right.
Because you're better than that, okay?
No, you're right. It's just sometimes when I see it, Jack, it drives me crazy. Like, this is the god of all media. This is the person you all look up to. Everybody's like from his cult trying to defend him and all that. Do you see how he talks in front of people? Do you see how he respects women and all that? I just don't get it. But to each his own. It's no problem.
I've been saddened as well. But then it could be painted that I'm jealous. And so am I just, are you just hating, because he's popular, he's got attention? Or actually, I don't think that's the case. I think what you're saying, it is a little sad that so many people are misled and I just see so many missed opportunities. Not only, well, I see a lot of missed opportunities all around. But I continue to believe that, through God's grace, through God's will, as we all grow, there is probably an underlying reason, maybe a greater reason of why we've all gathered together, in these communities, because we've got people from all around the world, all around.
We do.
Around. Go ahead.
We absolutely do. Canada, Europe.
Yeah. And so if we can find ways to unite, I don't know. I don't know what that means anymore. I really don't. Actually stop. I'm telling myself to stop. This is a pattern I've been practicing. When I find myself becoming confused, because it is confusing, there's a lot of unanswered, a lot of open loops here that I don't have all the details on, especially when it comes to the future, but I don't allow myself to stay confused. I allow myself to wonder. Go ahead.
It's a good deal, Jack. I mean, noticing the trigger and correcting it immediately. People don't, anybody who judges is a piece of crap because we're all on our journey. And for him to come up here to do it and to openly, transparently talk about it should be respected. And instead of everybody always saying, this is happening, oh my gosh, what are you going to do? The sky is falling. We need to acknowledge, hey, good job. I see the progress you're making. And it's, why is it hard for us to do that, to uplift somebody else when it's easier just to step on people? And I respect anybody that uplifts anybody, regardless if I like the person they're uplifting or not. That is to be respected. And we live in a disrespectful metaverse.
So far, but I trust this. I I think I shared this recently with someone in chat, I think somewhere, but someone reflected they see the light in me. I see the light in you, Cynthia. I see the light in you, Tarek. I see the light in so many people that have been gathering in these areas. All of us who have been growing in our light, who God has called, and we have been answering in our own ways, trying to grow in ourselves and trying to become more light, more loving, more positive in the world. I believe God has us all separated through our darknesses and our struggles. The separation is so we discover our own individual strengths. But I believe this time of the world, and maybe this is the year 2024, it's already happening, right? As those people who are ascending in light, strengthening their higher vibrations and enlightened perspectives on the world, as more of us connect, light attracting light, and as the light connects and we start uniting, we are going to raise the whole human consciousness. We're going to lead the world from darkness into the light.
Yep.
It makes
Jack,
sense that would be God's plan. Go ahead, please.
No, I'm actually also very proud of you, the way you, like, even like if, like, say Paul attacked you or like says bad things about you, you always don't, say things on your stream bad about him, for example, and bash him, while he's on the other hand bashing you, and all his, like, cult members are bashing you left and right as we speak, calling you gay, get out of the closet, like stuff like that, like what, Paul, like, just what are you teaching these people? Like, what are you teaching? What's your message here? It looks like to me like it's not coming off as the God of all media, the way, God's way. I mean, I don't get it, but I do give you a lot of credit for being who you are, Jack, because you're always calm, relaxed, and you always try to push love instead of hate, like Paul would do. I'm assuming. I'm not saying he does, but.
Hey, respect. I appreciate that. Thank you, Tarek. I feel like I've been growing. People have been seeing the growth. We are all growing together. And what happens in the future? Actually, I appreciate you speaking up like that too, Tarek, regarding Paul. It's frustrating, it's saddening, and honestly, if I allow it, I could very, very easily get extremely pissed off about how people are treating me and what his role has been. However, I don't like feeling pissed off anymore. And I'm not here to piss on anyone else. I know Paulie likes to go around and try to piss all over me. It's what he's doing today in his stream, I'm sure.
All day. I mean, I have his stream right in front of me, Jack. Like, here's the thing, Jack. Like, all his, chat people, right? That you listen to him. Like, nobody, like, he should be the one saying, hey, guys, be nice and stop. If me and Jack have any disagreements, let's not talk about bad at anybody. Let's promote love. But he actually promotes it. He's even saying stuff about me, about Cynthia, you, and they're all just one after another saying one thing. So this just speaks for itself. I mean, who's who?
It does. And Tarek, actually, you and Cynthia, I mean, I understand too. For those of you who have been showing kindness and support for me, sometimes you're getting challenged as a result of that. And I know you're all living your own path.
That's understandable. It's expected.
Thank you.
It is. Yes. If you're going to be on the internet. Yeah. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Jack.
Sorry. I do feel the need. I probably should wrap this up so I can head downtown and see what might happen. Any parting words, though? I don't mean to throw it close.
No, you're fine, Jack. Yeah.
Please.
No. Thank you. Have a good time tonight. Have a good rest, and we'll see you. I'm sure I'll run into you somewhere later on the metaverse streets.
Probably.
Same for you as well, Tarek. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Cynthia. Jack,
Thank you.
have fun. Have fun as well, and don't let nobody stress you out. And I know you're good at that. And we'll see you tomorrow.
Amen, brother. Blessings to you, and thank you sincerely, all who joined the panel, even those who, we irritated each other a little bit. Joe, no hard feelings. Tommy, you know I love you. I hope you know that. That might be what irritates you, but brothers and sisters, all who join the stream, join the chat, who may tune in at a later time or a date, sincerely thank you. Thank you for being a part of this experience with me, through me. It is for me, but I am here. I want to be here for you. I hope to offer forth on these daily streams. I hope to be a little bit of break from the monotony and the continuous of the news, the dark news. I'd like to be a voice of encouragement and light, and joining with other people who are being voices of encouragement and light and sanity, right? And peace, wisdom and cooperation and unity. These are what the world is really seeking. So, brothers and sisters, sincerely, to all of you who join in, spend a moment for yourself, for your future. Evaluate your past, check in on yourself, give yourself a good inventory. Where am I at? What is my starting point for today? And then please start to wonder. Start to wonder with the mind of a child, the curiosity of a child, the imagination of a dreamer, of an artist, right? Spend time wondering, what might life allow me to capture today? And if not today, in the future. Because if we can grow to live the life you can love the life you can live, and don't fear what's next. Just trust God has got you covered. We'll see what the future brings. Thank you again, sincerely. Please do the subscribe thing, the notifications, and watch for probable Talcott Tuesday stream again coming soon. So thank you again. Choose love, peace for everyone, and live without fear. Thank you, and God bless us all.